just don't buy it.
Don't you?
No, like he's just such a nice guy. This is
And now,
this is bizarre.
set to make his way to the ring, presenting Michael the Rocker Filippo.
Ooh. For those of you that have tuned in for Chew Geordie's reactions, he's giving me a wry smile right now. Ah, he's waiting for the kick here, Joe. Important.
Here he is, bowling it in.
Wow.
He doesn't care.
Security guards are struggling to keep up right now.
Wow. Wow.
Look how quickly those guys are moving.
Wow.
Oh, he's loving it. He's feeling it.
Wow. Completely different entrances here.
What makes you think that?
I think we're seeing two completely different entrances here.
That doesn't mean anything though, does it?
But it doesn't, True Geordie.
And Open Talent, in association with Upload Events, brings you 3 2-minute rounds of boxing. Now we introduce first double corner.
3 2s.
21 years of age, weighing officially. New York presenting John Stairs.
Not a very confident hand in the air there.
I mean, he's sort of waving it in the wind a bit, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Officially at 152 pounds even. He hails from Puraka, South Australia. Presenting Michael the Rocker.
He's got that Australian confidence, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Running next to the video referee in charge is Gino Piccinino.
Nice to fight. Listen to me, obey my commands.
Diligently holding gloves together there. Quite sweet, really. Like you say, too friendly almost. Bit too friendly.
I think as soon as someone takes a punch to the face, we're going to see who reacts first.
Similar to what we saw before.
Correct. Scarce looks quite keen all of a sudden, though. Statement.
This level of aggression can't be something that he was expecting when he stepped out into this ring.
Rocker's getting tired now and Scarce is still standing. Oh, God almighty. Scarce is all over. Rocker headhunting.
His legs have gone.
Tracking him down.
That jab has got nothing behind it.
Because having their arms up and taking all that brutality it's not going to leave you with much pep behind those punches. And it's another jab.
A series of accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a big. God, Scarce is out. He's out on his feet here. He's just punch after punch. Left.
How is he not down?
Backhand, that left backhand is taking him apart.
How is he not down so far?
With the left backhand.
We're all aghast here at the commentary table as to how he's still standing. He's taken so many punches.
Honestly, I don't care what happens. Scarce has shown a lot of heart here.
Yeah.
I don't care. Credit to the lad. He's still on his feet.
You hear the Rocker chant.
But his nose is... Rocker is getting tired after throwing out all that damage now.
Two of the guys touch gloves. Well,
did not look like he was ready for a fight. I have to say, I don't think he was, but Rocker definitely was.
3 minutes of onslaught. I couldn't believe it.
That was 2 whole minutes there.
2 minutes
crazy,
of 2 whole.
It felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
It will have done to Scarce out there, though.
100%.
It felt like a lifetime.
How did he stay on his feet?
Do you know what it is? When this is all said and done, I know people might say, "Oh, you lost the fight." It certainly looks like it's going that way, but the kid showed a lot of heart there, and you can be proud of that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we don't want it to go too far away. Time here.
I think I lost track of how many punches he managed to land.
That left backhand just smashing through the guard.
I mean, it's where he's almost not got a guard in the middle of his face. He's holding his
straight
fist
down the middle.
Yeah, to on the sides of his head, but that middle of his face is open.
I'm a bit concerned because for me that you have to parry those. You have to get out the way, circle out, parry. There's not a lot of defence being shown yet.
That's at least what we saw from a fighter like Coach Richard, who was dodging, constantly moving.
Coach Richard showed a lot more.
Scarce is much more static almost.
He's done well to lose all that weight, and he's done well to stay standing, but you don't want to see him just get brutalised, and that's what happened that first round.
There's another win that Scarce has got here, but it probably won't be in the boxing ring.
But Raka's had time to rest as well and pick his shots even better now. And he's going to the body, but Scarce answers with the right hook.
Not very much in it though.
Just going to touch him there, really. Not
it
even.
It is, isn't it? It's a bit like he's playing tag.
Just want to check him.
He needs to use that jab though to stop him just coming and wailing on him, and that's another big left backhand.
Isn't it? Walking around with your hands on your head. It's not a good
right
tactic.
hook by Raka. Oh man, this is tough to watch at times.
Very.
But Scarce is coming ahead. He's just leaving himself wide open. And being smaller is actually helping Raka here because that low centre of gravity is generating the power. He's moving a lot better, and he just looks more like a fighter.
Coach from
another left, straight down the middle. But Scarce answers. Credit to him. Still
Coach
going.
from Raka's corner saying, "Stick on him." He knows how
Body
important
shot.
that is.
And now they're both swinging wildly.
Yeah, I do feel like Raka stepped off the gas a bit. He's sort of waiting for Scarce to do something.
His coach is saying,
I know.
Stay on him, stay on him.
Stay on him. Keep the pressure up. There we go.
There we go. But he answers. And I tell you what, Scarce has got some balls on him. I don't care what anyone says.
Balls.
I don't know if anyone, after this match, can actually argue that Scarce isn't.
Nah, genuinely. He's got my respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and it's another left backhand from Raka. There's clearly 2 rounds up here.
It's almost as if neither of them knew what to do there, though. Raka needed to finish him, and it's almost like he wasn't sure how to finish.
No, I think he's almost thinking, can I? Because he's taken his best. There's no doubt that first round was Raka's best, and he's like, there must be a part of you that looks at this kid thinking, what do I have to do? Get a shotgun now? You know what I mean?
He was very clever, though, wasn't he? Because when you thought he was going to go to the floor, leaning against the ropes, making sure that his body didn't hit the floor, that's important mentally for a fighter like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Scarce would take confidence from that. The fact that, he's taken the best that Raka can give. I'm still standing, mate. That's not getting me down. Bang! He's going to come out this round and floor him, I reckon.
His coach is right in his face. Quite a beard that his coach has as well. There's a lot of beards in this ring.
It's majestic, mate. We've got a majestic set of beards.
A couple of... I mean, look at that.
If we had a beard off, we would have another great competition. Yeah, I mean, it's magnificent.
People wouldn't pay the pay-per-view for it.
No, but let's be honest, they get enough beard with the commentary, don't they? I'm more than what everyone wants on this show.
And that's in more ways than one.
Okay. All right, 3rd round. We are underway.
What are we going to see? Will we see one guy finish off the other here, or are we going to see Scarce stay on his feet? True Geordie, Joe Weller, Lawrence McKenna, ringside, bringing you the action.
It's that left backhand again, straight down the middle, every time. Oh, and again, catches him straight in the nose. Oh, Scarce struggling. Right, left, and it's all over.
Waved off by the referee. Waved off.
Credit to Scarce, the heart of a lion.
It's him. That's an iconic scene there for him. He may not be...
He's loving it.
He may not be KSI. He may not be Logan Paul. It's on almost 5 million subscribers. There'll be a lot of people around the world happy to see him win that, won't they?
Respect. I mean, he looked like he knew what he was doing. He's been obviously training very hard, and he's reaping the awards.
Yeah, absolutely reaping the rewards.
Fair enough. Respect. Going to check that his opponent is all right there.
He screamed with victory there. I got a lot out of that. You could see there was like a lot of work that went into this, and it came out when the bell went.
That's what it is when it consumes your life for so long, training day in day in day. It must mean so much.
No, he looks on the verge of like tears. The lad.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he looks. You could tell he's given everything to make sure that he's not going to lose this fight.
Yeah. It must be emotionally overwhelming out there to go through something like that.
Yeah.
His coach fits that on. There's a lovely hug there, embrace between the two guys. They're clearly close from the work that they've both put in together.
Oh, there's a real emotion being shown.
Raka is actually crying.
Not in a but you can just see it means a lot to him.
Yeah.
Look at
Our referee calls it about 24 seconds into the final round, declaring a winner by TKO, Michael.
He's got family at the side of the ring. Clearly, they're really into it, enjoying this. And a guy here who is taking this seriously and come out victorious.
I'm expecting an emotional post-fight interview.
Yeah. A lot of work has clearly gone in there. Not 100%. Only to the physique, but also, obviously, to the technical boxing side of this. We're having a lovely chat after that now. And, I mean, obviously, Joe, we talk about the amount of weight that Scarce lost beforehand. He looks in great shape now, doesn't he?
I mean, yeah, like, I think that's like a win in itself.
Yeah.
The fact that he's obviously changed his life around. Yeah, it's a boxing fight, but he's changed his life. That's the bigger picture.
See the family at the side of the ring? True Geordie is going to put a neck and then ask him a few. Family are so happy at the side of the ring. Everyone's embracing. True Geordie puts the medal around his neck, picks up the mic, and here they are, chatting.
After an amazing performance, you showed non-stop determination. A lot went into that. What was training camp like for this fight?
It was the best thing ever, and first off, I got to thank Scarce. It takes a special kind of courage to come in here and perform in front of this spectacle. Scarce. It took so many punches, but I couldn't lose this fight. I could not lose it. I would never live it down if I did.
You could see at one point, you kind of look at it and thinking, what is it going to take?
Yes.
What was going through your head?
Yeah, I was like, he has an iron chin, man. He was taking him. He was taking him. He kept coming like, Jim in Australia, let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
One thing, I heard that Dana White is watching this event. Dana, I have a UFC fighter for you. His name is Tim Flashbang Rogers. He is an undefeated, up-and-coming pro MMA fighter. You're doing an event in December in Adelaide. Get him on that card. One more thing. I've just got to say, this has been the hardest year for us. Financially, we've been trying to get buried. Fake friends have stabbed us in our back. Our stuff is like no one else. No one does it better than us. And we're here to stay. Raka roll fucking day, baby!
Wow, what a message. A parting message there from Raka. Incredible stuff.
Wow. Can I have your attention, please?
Wow.
Inside the ring, it's time for a special presentation. Introducing, by time, professional freestyle world record holder, presenting Daniel.
Will Dane...
ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Cutting.
I'm in position. Ain't nobody stopping me, you're blocking my way. I got the monopoly on top of my game. Even when it's rocky, I'm in front of my lane. You can see the magic on it. You're dealing with forces. You're listening to powers. I'm dealing with sources. I'm diminishing the enemies. They ain't ready, but they better be.
So we are back up by ringside, and we've been joined by 2-time world heavyweight champ, called champ and everything, best day. Okay, so how does this compare to like some of the fights you've been to in your illustrious career?
Well, it's look at the excitement. It's unreal. Look at the whole place is packed. The arena's packed. It's full of excitement. The people are happy. They're looking forward to a great fight. I'm looking forward to a great fight.
There's been a lot of drama leading up to this, and I kind of thought it was mainly because it was, you know, YouTubers were involved.
Yes.
But actually, after reading up a little bit on your history, you've had to trolled a little bit. Klitschko, I mean, knocking him off a paddleboard, eating some of his food.
Champ.
No, I mean, I just thought it was, you know, maybe perhaps unique to this situation, but actually, you've been a little bit of a tearaway yourself.
Yeah, I've been a little naughty over the years, but I'm just chilling right now. But I'll be back.
Really? Have you got some mischief lined up?
I got something coming. I got something coming big in November.
Yeah, weren't you supposed to fly to Belfast recently?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight Tyson Fury, but he chickened out, so he put on his chicken suit. But I'll find somebody. Let's go, champ. That's right, champ.
So, I mean, how do you think these guys are going to do? Like, what was the biggest you ever boxed to in an arena? Like, the amount of people?
I believe about 80,000 people, maybe. I think in Japan, something like that.
So
but
like
in Cuba as well. Yeah, it's been pretty packed. But this is a great arena. It's packed. The people are excited. It's young energy. It's young people out here today. They spent a lot of money. You can tell they're really into this. This is something that's going to really grow. As you can tell, this is the first of one of many. This is unreal. I think they'll reach about 1 billion views in over a month.
It's going to be crazy.
It's gonna be sick.
I mean, looking at your career, you didn't really lose, Sands. Is that, you know, if KSI is going to take that because he hasn't really lost anything. So if you win all the time and then you lose, and how do you deal with that?
Well, I think regardless that the winner is going to come out on top. I think as king of the internet, personally, right?
We got to remember as well that these guys are just starting out, so loss is not really a big
problem. I don't know. He's never lost before.
Yeah. No,
but I don't think that just generally in life. I think he's probably like, you know what I mean? So,
There's a lot on the line. There's a lot on the line.
I mean, how much does, you know, obviously you've got to stay like really fight as a loss. How do you deal with that? How do you reframe your brain?
And start pedaling and get to it. You got to tell yourself, let's go, champ.
So you know,
we all champs, and we got to pick ourselves back up and tell ourselves, "Let's go, champ." We're our own best self-motivators.
Yeah. What do you say to yourself in the mirror, Spencer?
Exactly that. You know, if you get knocked down,
let's go, champ. You can't say that. That's his.
No.
That's his saying.
Champ, but what I'm saying is, if you get knocked down, you do have to get back up again. Yeah. And it's how you makes you. If you deal with that the right way, that'll make you a stronger, a better person.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's not losing.
A loss
is learning.
Yeah, a loss is not the end. This is the beginning. It's the beginning.
He knows. Yeah. Let's go, champ.
So, like, after you have a fight, like with your coaches and stuff, and they make you watch through it, you get a pen and a paper out, and you
go back to the drawing board and say, "This is what I did wrong. If I didn't train properly, get back on the bike and get to it."
And what was one of the biggest things that you learned in your career in boxing?
It's about discipline. It's about, you know, doing the right thing so that when I walk in this ring, I can't have any doubt and say, wow, I didn't run. I did everything all right. So that's your confidence, knowing you did the right thing. So when you get through those ropes, you can't lie in that ring. Once you get in that ring, the truth comes out. Let's go, champ.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you have any particular favorites for Deji and Jake or KSI?
No, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Paul family. Of course, I know those guys a long time. I actually gave them the training that they use, you know, to get in shape. But I'm a huge fan, to be honest with you, of Deji. Fast. I wish both guys would have had a couple more fights, but that's okay. This is a super fight in their arena.
I mean, it must be great because, you know what, we're bringing boxing to an entire new generation of people who might not. And does that kind of make you happy as
Absolutely.
boxers?
I think it's massive for the boxing fans because, you know, you get your hardcore boxing fans that watch all the Anthony Joshua fights and Shannon Briggs fights and all those fights, but this is a whole new audience. It's only good for boxing. It's really good for boxing because you get that ripple effect. All these kids will now want to see those big fights.
Let's go, champ.
And I think, you're just creating a new audience, which is only really good. Massive.
Phenomenal.
Massive.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I think we've got one more of the kind of smaller undercuts. I don't want to say smaller. Before we get to the two big main events, we're going to chuck it over to our commentators now. Who are going to take it away into the next round.
Well, there we go. Shannon the Cannon Briggs, heavyweight world champion. Shout that one again.
No, I genuinely love it when he says that, though. Let's go, champ! It just fills me with
inspiration.
That's what you need, innit?
Yeah, there is something motivating about Let's Go Champ. And like he says, everyone's a champ. So
I loved his episode of the Joe Rogan podcast. Shout out to my mentor, Joe Rogan. He doesn't know, but he is. He's the king. He's the god of podcasting.
Who do you look up to, Joe?
KSI.
Do you really? I mean, at one point you were, but I mean, literally, like
KSI is my hero.
It's so weird. Was it weird for you fighting the guy who you'd looked up to?
Yeah.
Was that part of the issue?
They've stolen our pizza. What's he doing? I want that back.
The illusion that we're professionals is horribly disintegrating in front of us. So
yeah,
you grew up as a fan of KSI.
Yeah.
Fan of you is Jay Swingler. He's fighting next TGF Bro's very own Jay, and he's taking on a guy who's actually called you out. So maybe there's a little bit of favouritism for you to.
Okay.
Yeah. We let you off with that because sort of rooting for you last time.
Don't
got
root
to stay neutral.
for anyone in the ring. Yeah.
Jay Swingler is known for hurting himself a lot and doing microwave.
Oh, yeah.
He cemented his microwave to his head.
He cemented the microwave to his head. Yeah. That doesn't sound right, does it?
Yeah. So are you confident? I just got touched by the champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go.
I mean, it would suggest that he is going to be able to withstand a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The man jumped in nettles. He's not normal.
He did, I think, actually, with KSI, did the video where they were doing that.
Cleaned out a bin. The bin, like the outdoors bin, not even your indoors bin, the one that everything goes in. And cleaned out a bin. The bin like the outdoors bin, not even your indoors bin, the one that everything goes in. And
not renowned for being much cleaner than the outdoor bin. Yeah.
This man is a glutton for punishment,
and that could play a big part in this fight. Although, for him, it's self-imposed punishment, and it's not necessarily that he gets someone else to punch him.
The person imposing this pun, we call him, and got 1.4 million subscribers, FIFA guy. But the thing is, a lot of people will remember him from the Can't Lose documentary featuring KSI, where he sparred with KSI and relentless. It's non-stop pressure. He's not the most technically gifted boxer, but he doesn't give you a second to breathe and get your distance and jab him and get away from him. He doesn't give a
and he's been on his own journey, a better athlete in himself.
No, he looks totally different. When I met the kid, he must have been 3 stone heavier, man. The kid is shredded now. His jawline is like chiseled.
I think the fact that all of these YouTubers that have been working under Vidal Riley have all come together, and I think they almost like motivate each other. They all go back. They live in. I think they all live in the same apartment and stuff.
Yeah.
They're all motivating each other. Whereas, like, what's his training like? What's
what
his
we do know
environment
about
like?
Jay is he's taking this very seriously. He said, I put 3 businesses on hold. I'm knocking this guy out. He's not losing money to come in here and not deliver.
What we don't see here, the amount of businesses that either of these guys are in, but what we do see is that they're both similar age, actually quite a similar height as well. Very similar weight and very similar reach.
What I will say is,
well matched.
The 174 pounds of Anisom Gabe is more muscle than the 171 pounds of Jay Swingler. I feel like he's cut and pure muscle compared to Jay, who's carrying a little bit of body fat.
My reply to that would be that I think Jay's one of those guys who's always had that core strength. Do you know what I mean? He's built on something. Almost his mum fed him too much Weetabix. He looks like that sort of kid.
He's a thick boy. You're allowed to say that. As a thick boy myself,
I would say you're more than a thick boy.
Oh,
but
thanks very much.
Yeah,
give myself credit there. No, but I think we're going to see 2 lads extremely competitive. When they, out of all of the trash talk so far that we've had in these YouTube boxing events, when they went nose to nose at the press conference, the things they were saying to each other, you're going night-night. Like, they were literally threatening to kill each other.
And the interesting side of that as well is it does seem to have gotten in a few people's heads around Jay. I remember we were at the weigh-in and his girlfriend was very emotional. Ramel was also very emotional. If it's getting to your camp, that can't always be a good thing, can it?
Yeah, I don't know, what was it like for you with your family?
That's the thing. My mum especially. And I think that in a way, when it's all like resonating out that your family are starting to feel a bit almost doubtful, a bit worried, that can impact you.
Because then you become
and then it's almost like you're trying to reasure them rather than like focusing on the task in hand.
It's about to start.
A cheer goes up around the stadium.
This be the dark horse of the night. This could steal the show, this fight.
Buddy Johnson steps into the centre of the ring. He's the announcer before the main of the evening.
The Mr. Smooth himself.
He's going to be announcing Jay Swingler first. Jay's going to be coming to the ring first. We're going to see how confident he looks on this ring walk. We're going to see the difference between these two fighters.
I think he's going to love the attention.
I think he's going to drink this in.
Jay is an entertainer.
Yeah. Will the emotion be too much for him? We'll find out when we see his face.
Gibbo's going to be relentless here. I don't think any fear, any hesitation. Jay has to be good if he's going to get through this.
If anyone is made for it, then it's going to be Jay Swingler. He flanked by some of his posse. You got a family out there.
The crowd are going to go wild for Jay.
Absolutely,
he's one
wild.
of the fan favourites.
Here we go. I love this countdown thing. It's fantastic.
Set to make his way to the ring, presenting Jay Six-Bedroom Croissant Swingler.
I rate this a lot. This is good entrance music.
Not what I expected though.
No, certainly not.
I expected higher energy.
Yeah.
Do you know who this reminds me of? When you came out. Sure.
Interesting.
That's exactly how you came out of your fight.
Do you think subconsciously you had something in your mind?
Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Look at him drinking.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You've got to love this guy because he is a really nice guy outside the ring.
Do you know who his idol is? Mr. Robbie Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
A close friend of yours.
And now, the ring presenting the Mason Gibb.
That's a good name.
I like the leopard print.
Prince Nassim Hamed, shades there. Shades of the great man.
Look at those arms. He's not quite got the McGregor down, but he's close, isn't he?
Let's go for it.
He's a real personality, this lad.
You see his friends there. Oh, the supreme. This guy didn't quite get the hood the first time, but this energy is incredible. Joe is getting as excited as I believe, and he's on
Let's have it, Addison.
Oh, he's a man on a mission, this lad.
Vidal Riley steps up.
And his son Gabe looks serious.
You can tell Vidal has opened plenty of ropes for plenty of fighters. Gets them nice and wide, make sure they can step through. Logan, as he steps in. Look at him
Just gave
play.
you the nod there, I like that.
Look how playful he is. So playful.
I know.
Jay looks a bit more serious.
From the Manchester Arena, Manchester. Upload events in association with Maverick Media and OP Talent brings you 4 2-minute rounds of boxing. First we introduce the blue corner. At 23 years of age, he weighed in at 172 pounds even. He fights out of Birmingham,